Have you ever crossed paths with a man who seems to be the center of his own universe, with no room for anyone else? Sounds familiar, right? We're diving headfirst into the intriguing world of narcissism, specifically Narcissistic Personality Disorder, or NPD for short. Imagine the scene. A man who believes he is the sun, and we are all just planets revolving around him. He's the star of his own movie, the hero of his own story, and the rest of us are just background characters. Yes, we're talking about narcissistic men, and they are indeed a breed of their own. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm no psychiatrist, but I've done my fair share of research. And some of the brightest minds in the field have coined this term, NPD, to describe a pattern of behavior that includes an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. Here's the deal. These narcissistic men are often charming, charismatic, and seemingly confident. They are the life of the party, the center of attention, the ones who always have a story to tell. But beneath the glittering exterior, there's a different story. Their charm is often just a mask, hiding a fragile ego that craves constant validation. And here's a fun fact for you. Narcissistic men are notorious for a tactic called love bombing. They'll shower you with compliments, make you feel special, like you're the most important person in their world. But don't be fooled. It's not genuine affection, it's manipulation. They're simply setting the stage, with them as the star, and you as the adoring fan. So that's the reality check on narcissistic men. They might seem alluring at first with their charm and confidence. But remember, it's a facade, a carefully constructed persona designed to feed their ego and manipulate others. And the sad truth is these men are often incapable of forming healthy, reciprocal relationships. They're too focused on their own needs, their own desires, their own image. It's a harsh reality, but it's one we need to face. So that's the lowdown on narcissistic men. But hold tight, there's more to this tale. Ever been showered with compliments and sweet words by a man who then turns cold? Welcome to the world of love bombing. Let's delve into this devious tactic that narcissistic men often employ. Imagine being on the receiving end of a barrage of affection, being made to feel like you're the only person in the world that matters. Sounds dreamy, right? But then, out of nowhere, the warmth fades, the attention dwindles, and you're left wondering where it all went wrong. This, my friend, is the narcissist's tool, love bombing. Now, why do they do this? Well, it's all about control, about keeping you on your toes, about making sure they're the center of your universe. It's not about you, it's about them. But here's the fascinating part. When you're being love-bombed, your body starts to release endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that make you feel like you're walking on air. It's a natural high, an intoxicating rush of happiness that can be addictive. But remember, it's all a charade, a game of smoke and mirrors. When Mr. Narcissist decides to switch gears and show his true colors, that endorphin high quickly crashes, leaving you in a state of confusion and despair. And that's when the other shoe drops. The sudden withdrawal of affection triggers your body to release cortisol, the stress hormone. It's a physiological response to the emotional rollercoaster you've been put through. Suddenly, you're not feeling so great anymore. You're anxious, stressed, and desperately craving that endorphin high again. It's a vicious cycle, one that can leave you emotionally drained and questioning your self-worth. But here's the thing. It's not your fault. You're not the one playing games, manipulating emotions and causing chaos. So, what should you do if you find yourself in this situation? Recognize the signs, understand the game, and remember that real love isn't about manipulation or control. It's about respect, understanding, and genuine affection. Remember, when it comes to love bombing, it's not about you, it's about them. Ever wondered what the good book has to say about narcissism? Well, you're about to find out. The Bible, in all its wisdom, does touch upon the concept of narcissism, though it uses different terminology. One of the most striking examples of a narcissistic character in the Bible is Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt during the time of Moses. Pharaoh's stubbornness, his belief in his own divine status, and his refusal to let the Israelites go, even as plagues ravaged his country, all point towards a narcissistic personality. Now, some scholars equate this kind of arrogance and self-absorption to what is referred to as the spirit of Leviathan in the Bible. The spirit of Leviathan is a symbol of a monstrous, twisting serpent, representing pride and self-exaltation. It's like an ancient troublemaker that knows no bounds. It's interesting, isn't it? The Bible, written thousands of years ago, was already addressing the issue of narcissism. It was warning us of the destructive nature of excessive self-love and the chaos it brings. And it doesn't stop there. The Bible also provides us with a counter to narcissism. In the second book of Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7, it says, "For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." This verse is a powerful reminder that we are not meant to live in the shadow of fear created by a narcissistic individual. Instead, we are imbued with power, love, and the capacity for rational, balanced thinking. We are reminded that we are strong, capable, and deserving of love, a love that is genuine, not one that seeks to control or manipulate. This verse encourages us to stand firm, to value ourselves, and to not allow our lives to be dictated by the whims of a narcissistic individual. The Bible's message is clear. Narcissism, with its destructive, chaotic tendencies, is not something to be entertained or tolerated. Instead, we are called to live with strength, love, and a sound mind. So, even the Bible has something to say about narcissism, and it's certainly not endorsing it. So, how does one deal with a narcissistic man? Here's a hint. It starts with you. Picture this. You're a queen, all right? You're wearing your invisible crown, and you're ruling your world like the boss you are. Now, imagine a narcissistic man tries to waltz into your kingdom. He's got his charm and his smooth talk, but you've seen this dance before, and you're not buying the ticket, so what do? You maintain your dignity, your peace, and your invisible crown. You see, narcissistic men thrive on chaos and drama. They want to keep you off balance, make you doubt yourself. But here's a secret. You are the one in control. You're the queen of your kingdom, and no narcissistic jester can take that away from you. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Oh no, honey. Dealing with a narcissistic man is like trying to stay dry in a hurricane. But remember, you've got an umbrella, and that umbrella is your self-worth. So hold it high, keep your head up, and let the storm pass. And here's another nugget of wisdom. Your happiness does not depend on anyone else's approval. It's not about if they like you, if they approve of you, or if they think you're good enough. Your happiness is about you. It's about your dreams, your passions, your journey. So, don't let a narcissistic man derail you from your path. Yes, it's tempting to fall into their trap, to get caught up in their drama. But remember, you are stronger than you think. You have the power to walk away, to say no, to choose peace over chaos. So the next time you cross paths with a narcissistic man, remember your invisible crown. Remember your dignity, your peace, your self-worth. Remember that you are a queen, and no jester can take that away from you. Remember, girlfriend, you're stronger than you think, and you don't need to play to the tune of a narcissistic man. So what's the takeaway from all this narcissism talk? Well, the truth is, there's a whole world beyond narcissism. A world where respect, kindness, and genuine love are the guiding principles. We've spent a good deal of time talking about narcissistic men, the love bombs they throw, and the emotional roller coasters they often create. We've explored the science behind the feelings they evoke, and we've even dipped into the good book for some guidance. But now, let's shift our focus from the stormy seas of narcissism to the calm, serene waters of genuine relationships. You see, acknowledging the existence of narcissism isn't about dwelling in negativity or fear. It's about empowerment. It's about understanding the signs, the behaviors, and the underlying motivations so that we can navigate our relationships with wisdom and grace. Remember, narcissism is not the norm. It's a deviation, a ripple in the vast ocean of human behavior. There are plenty of good men out there, men who value respect, empathy, and genuine connection. Men who are secure in their own worth, without needing to diminish others. Men who understand that a relationship is a partnership, not a performance. It's important to remember that no one deserves to be treated as an accessory to someone else's ego trip. You deserve to be cherished for who you are, not for the role you play in someone else's self-centered narrative. You deserve a relationship that enriches your life, not one that drains your energy and self-esteem. So let's not let the narcissists of the world overshadow the good guys. Let's not let the fear of encountering narcissism stop us from embracing the possibility of genuine, loving relationships. Let's not let the drama of narcissism distract us from the beauty of authentic connection. In the end, it's about balance. It's about understanding the spectrum of human behavior, from the self-absorbed to the selfless, and navigating our way through it with wisdom, grace, and a healthy dose of self-respect. So, let's raise a cup to a world where we understand narcissism but refuse to let it define us. Cheers, girlfriend.